One of Buckingham's retinue asked me to make him a medieval box. He described a box with a pitched top, something like an artillery or armourer's box. I drew up some rough plans like this, but he later decided that he'd like the whole of the front flap to open rather than just the centre part. I found a rather nice tabletop with a striking grain pattern, and I thought that would do very well for the ends. This old oak plank had some nice figuring on, which I thought would make a good front and back for the box. I offer up the pieces to make sure they're going to fit. This thin sheet of ash will make a lovely bottom for the box. I'm making a simple rebate joint for the corners of the box. Just checking that the edge of the board is straight and square. The ash bottom board has a chamfered edge, and I shall have to route a corresponding slot into the bottom of the box pieces to accommodate it. I test fit the bottom panel into the end and side of the box so that I can measure off exactly how wide and how long to cut the panel. Once the panel's cut to size, I shall have to chamfer off the two newly cut sides so that they match the original two sides. Once again we test to make sure the pieces fit. The chamfer fits into the groove all around, and when the box is glued up, the bottom will be held securely in place. I have these two lovely flat shelves from an old oak bookcase, and they'll make the lid of the box, which is in two parts, one part fixed and one part hinged. The edges of these pieces have to be planed carefully to the correct angle so that they fit snugly against the pieces next to them. The mitre gauge is used to check the correct angle and transfer it to the workpiece, and then afterwards to check that the planing has been done properly. I've taken off the brown varnish now, that looks better. The mitre gauge is used again for measuring. Marking. And checking. And ultimately, with all four edges planed properly, the two pieces of the lid fit nicely onto the box. And now it's really coming together. I used wrought iron hinges and a cast iron hasp and staple, all fitted on with rose head iron nails. The handles were also cast iron. And I finished off the back of the box with more iron nails. I put a preliminary coat of wax on before attaching all the ironmongery, but now it's time to put on the first proper coat. I make my own polish from pure beeswax and olive oil. The inside of the box has yet to be waxed, but here we can see something interesting. Iron nails are traditionally clenched, that is, the part that's sticking through into the other side of the wood is hammered over flat. This makes the fastening much more secure because it makes the nail much less likely to work loose or pull out. Using a piece of scrap oak, I thought I'd just whittle a peg to put through the hasp and staple. Finally, the box is finished. Inside and out.